Hello YouTube. Just when I think I can't slip down the rabbit hole any further, I am led to something new. Today, I was reading just all different things about BP and the Gulf, and came across some blogs that were putting forth the idea that BP wants to use the Gulf, or our government, or somebody, to grow algae as a biofuel. And at first I didn't give it too much weight, just another conspiracy theory. But as I got digging into it, I realized that not only is this quite a large growing business, but BP in fact has its finger in that pie. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that BP intentionally blew the well, although certainly that's still a possibility. But we know that they don't like to let any unfortunate events go wasted. I do know from digging around that BP was sort of abandoning its alternative energy group, investments, what have you. They weren't totally pulling out, but they were pulling back. So I just am wondering how this all fits in for them. Is that possibly why they're using Corexit? They figure turn this disaster into a benefit to them. Take a bad situation and make it something that would, work to their advantage. The other thing about it that's kind of creepy is when you remember that the new executive order that was passed with new rules for the waterways, there are those that speculate that not only do they want to take over control of the Gulf for growing algae, which of course if there's not enough oxygen to support life, that doesn't bother algae. Algae gets their oxygen from the air, so they would have no competition if there was nothing there to eat them. It's worth noting also, I didn't bother looking for an article to support this, but I know they're out there. You're looking at Lake Huron, and maybe 5 years ago or so, a mussel called the zebra mussel was introduced, they say, on the hulls of ships coming in and out. And what the mussel has done is, ironically, made the water too clear, too clean, so that it grows algae. Interesting. Also worth noting is that post I did a couple days ago talking about all the algae blooms everywhere. Now, again, I don't think that, BP went around sprinkling their algae fairy dust or anything like that. It could just be climate change that is causing that excessive heat that we've had and what have you. But anyway, I never knew that algae was being sought after as an energy source. One of my links is to a flyer for a I don't know, symposium or something. And it has a chart, or maybe that's not the one. One of them has a chart. I'll be sure to note in the links which one that is. As far as different biofuels and not how efficient they are, but how much oil they produce per acre of crop. That's what I'm trying to say. And evidently algae is quite high, but you need a lot of it, like a whole Gulf's worth, along with the Mississippi River and, maybe the Great Lakes. Anyway, you know, as usual, there's probably a little bit of truth in this, mixed with a little bit of paranoid speculation. I guess we'll just have to see what they do with it. Oh, I feel like there was something else I was forgetting to say. I'll add it in on the end if I think of it. Take good care, folks.